We are going live. We're backwards. And one. We are live. Yeah, we are live again. Welcome back. It's nice to see everybody again. This is ODE, right? Online Digital Education. It is. Online Digital Education Mastery. Facebook community of teachers collaborating with teachers. Collaborate so that everybody ascends the value ladder. No competition, okay? If you compete in my community, I kick you out. Today is episode 47. It's Wednesday, middle of the week. Okay, it's been a good week, and it's the end of the year. This pandemic is not going to stop for anybody. It's not going to stop for you. The way I keep reading about it, it's going to continue until third quarter next year. And that's when the zombies are going to finally, die down and the vaccine becomes the miracle cure. And everybody starts to go back to a normal life. But look, our life has already been disrupted. And if you haven't noticed, okay, your way of life now has transcended or transitioned into what is an online career, whether you like it or not. You earn a living online because if you're now earning your money based on your experiences, your whatever, skills or knowledge you have that you can use on the internet and rethink how you do things, you're in trouble. You might as well just, again, watch it all go by, happen as you wonder what happened. So episode 47, teachers have been categorized in the 21st century. Yes, we have. Which one of the five are you? I talk a lot about that, right? Because my personal goal is to help teachers. 688,000 teachers. I want to help get trained so that you can start, grow, and earn using Facebook organically. And that's what we do, right? Taking our personal experience, creating a niche education online using Facebook. Why Facebook? Because Facebook has 30% of the planet's, population subscribed to it. So you got like almost 3 billion people, 2.7 billion, last stat that I saw. And that's like 30% of the world population. And within that, all you need is 100 students or clients or customers, call it what you want. You got to build a relationship with these people in order to, be able to sustain yourself with their money. But in order to do that, you got to solve their problems. So as an online educator, as you're solving your students' problems, right, with a high value, highly ethical, no nonsense educational niche, what will happen is they'll pay you for that service. It's just that simple, right? So you do that organically, which means you're broke. Because you're broke, which means you don't pay for ads, you're learning how to build trust, how to build that relationship. So as an online educator, you fall now under one of five categories. And at least that's the opinion, based on how I read it, right? But see, that's my goal, to help you get over that hump. So, how we teach and learn has changed significantly. Right? It really has since the year 2000, right? So between the technology frenzy and the advances with how one communicates globally, broadband, you know what that means already, broadband. It fused together voice and data forever. I remember back in 2000 when I was just starting to become a tech. I was a telecom tech, and I started in computer sciences, and I went to school, at the university in Florida. And, man, I got to tell you, I was confused about voice and I was confused about data. There was just two different things, and it was all new to me. But, I endured a 16-year career, doing exactly that. And I saw this transition in life and the year 2000 moving forward, and it's amazing that all of this has reshaped how we as teachers educate and create an online experience, unlike anything our predecessors did before. Life has changed over the last 20 years. And you guys are still acting like, oh my God, this is just happening now because of the pandemic. No, man. This has been taking place since 1983. Actually, let's go back deeper to the 60s, but you don't care about that. Let's talk about when Microsoft first, appeared, and then the internet appeared around '83, and then all of a sudden home computers. This is not news to you guys. This has been evolving since the '80s, going into the '90s, and the new millennia just pretty much made it official. You are in the new millennia, the new digital era, and teachers are still acting like this is new. Oh my God, what do I do? Look, you've been knowing for this for 40 years. Okay, so stop acting like this is brand new information. All right. So with all these multiple opportunities available for you to create your own blue ocean with an educational niche, stop wondering how to do it, because everybody is doing it, or a lot of people are. And like I say a lot, you're going to be either one of two things. You're going to be an employed educator, or you're going to be an educator that's self-employed. It's one or the other. If you're living in this digital era, okay, you want to be self-employed. You want to be employed, nobody's going to get mad at you. Go work for the Board of Ed. If you want to be self-employed and you want to learn how to create a high-value niche education using Facebook organically, that's what I talk about a lot. Okay, this is video 47, and it's counting, all right? My gear is already moving forward. There's no way that I'm going to stop doing this, okay? But my goal is, again, to help 688,000 teachers. I listen to this, it's a very aggressive goal within the next 12 months. That means that by next December, what started out as, I'm going to give you a free course, which I do in my community, to get you all acclimated, and then I might charge or not charge for it. I'm not going to charge for it. I'm going to give you my free course to get you acclimated, because you need that. You need a break, and you need a community where you can feel like you can actually trust and move forward with it, okay? We got a comment. Look at this. Look at this. We're live. We're live in Deal Mark King Diaz from somewhere in New Jersey, United States. He's saying, what's up? Hey, Deal, give me a full sentence, my friend. I'm going to be going live with Deal sometime in the near future. Okay. He wants to interview me for his podcast. And we're going to talk exactly about what I'm doing. So let's get back to what we're talking about here. Okay. If you're an online educator and you're not understanding that this is the digital era, you're in trouble, my friend. Okay. You got multiple opportunities, and students can now traverse the internet looking for that special educator to learn by. All right. In yesterday's video, I talked about this, all right, how you can create your mini course and still earn six figures. It's really simple. If you can generate 100 students, that's it, 100 students at $97 a month. That's right, not an hour, per month. You do the math. 100 times 97 is $9,700 a month. That's six figures a year. Okay, all you got to do is the hard work to set up that framework. I provide you that framework for free. I've discussed this so many times, that all you got to do is tweak it, change the banners, put your name on it, and create your own branding organically. What does organic mean on Facebook? It means that you're broke. And because you're broke, okay, you got to do the hard work. You got to do the attraction marketing. You got to talk to the people, engage them, figure out a way, and we show you how to do that, to get them into your Facebook profile. I show you how to optimize that. I've mentioned this many times, okay, so that you can start, grow, and earn using Facebook. And when you get this going, then we'll get your teacher funnel wrapped up, and it's a wrap. It's 120-day, do it yourself, self-paced. You don't need to rush it. Some people do it quicker than that. This is not a marathon. But you've been categorized a 1 of 5, and that's what we're talking about today, right? The big issue is that educators, they have been in denial for the past 20 years. Oh my God, you guys are terrible. I'm happy to be one of those educators that actually learned to be a little tech savvy, and I embraced it. I moved forward with it, But you guys, a lot of you traditionalists are not. So, you act like you just realized this pandemic year that online education actually exists. Well, due to this reality, okay, teachers have been distinguished in 5 categories, 5 factions, all right? And that's what I'm going to talk to you. Now, mind you, okay, I'm a pathfinder. That's one of the 5 types. A pathfinder educator. I have, I'm tech savvy. I've learned to be tech savvy. I've learned to embrace, design resources, technical stuff. Look, I provide you with this PDF format that I actually created myself because I learned to be a little tech savvy. I give you this free information, all right? And I know how the internet stuff works, all right? So any Pathfinder educator right now qualifies as one of the 688,000 teachers that I'm looking to train every Friday. Every Friday from now until next December, okay, at 2 p.m., we do a live webinar. Hashtag me, drop a comment here that says, send it, hashtag send it, and I will send you the link to this webinar. It's every Friday, okay, so that you can learn how to start, grow, and earn using Facebook organically, which means that you're broke. And because you got no money and you're hurting for money, we teach you how to scale your educational experience, your academic achievements, all those diplomas and degrees you got hanging up on the wall, collecting dust, how to make six figures on a niche education. Look at yesterday's video, because yesterday I talked about the framework for that specific, mini course that'll get you six figures on Facebook. So ask me for the webinar link and I'll drop it for you, okay? Just say hashtag send it. So for now, let's talk about these 5 factions of teachers, okay, which actually fall into, this 2020, 2021 pandemic era, because this is not going away, guys. The pandemic is going to wrap around at least to the third quarter of next year. And when the zombies finally, die out, okay, you're going to see normality a year and a half after the fact, almost 2 years, and you're going to wonder why you didn't start your online business, okay, and become a teacherpreneur. You can work for somebody else and go work for the Board of Ed. Nobody's going to get mad at you, man, really. But you ain't going to make six figures. You're gonna go away with the zombies, and that's not cool. So number one, what type of teacher are you? Well, the number one teacher type is the purist. This is the older generation purist teacher. They hang on tightly to the traditional educational practices, their methods, their techniques. You know who you are. I had one of those. 7th grade, Mrs. Dvorak. 7th grade, what was I? I don't know, 8 years old. The thing is, she was like 60 back then. God bless her. She may be dead right now and buried. She was probably a cool person. But she was a purist. She was the type of teacher that smack you. You know what? You don't need to do that anymore. Okay? The purist teacher, you cherish, okay, what you know and despise everything that has the word innovation in it. You're an old school teacher. Okay? The teachers who pin their faith on outdated educational methods hinder the students' progress. You can't do that on the 21st century. This is the online arena, the digital space. You gotta adapt the mindset moving forward. And if you can't do that, I get it. Listen, the Board of Education loves you guys, okay? But you can't complain that you're not making a decent income, okay? Because you're the teachers who like to say, things like, we do it because it's a calling. Yeah, well, what happens when you're being called for your bills? You should be working for the money, not for the calling, okay? So, there's a large, fascinating world out there that's called the internet. All right? Everybody can adapt if you want to. Don't let it go by another 10 years, because that's what's going to happen. If you let it go by another 10 years, you're going to miss the boat. The second type of educator are the awaiters. The ones that wait a long time. These are the ones that admit the importance of introducing educational technologies. And they're always, both hands for innovations. However, it never goes beyond talking. Such teachers usually visit every seminar. They go to lectures. They go to that master class on innovative educational methods, educational technology. But when it comes to bringing their new skills and knowledge into practice, yeah, they don't do that. They follow one good rule. Never put off till tomorrow something that you can put off till the day after. If you're that kind of teacher, look, there's hope for you. Right? There really is. Okay, every Friday, listen to this. Barring any sickness, hurricanes, natural disaster, whatever, holiday. Okay, but every Friday from now until next December at 2 p.m., we do a workshop, okay, where we take you, we give you the framework where you can start, grow, earn using Facebook organically. Why organically? Because unless you got the money, okay, to pay for ads, you don't want to do that, okay? It ain't going to happen. So organically means that you don't pay for ads. It is as cheap and as inexpensive as it can happen for you. The only difference is that you got to do the hard work. You know, if you're not going to take the time to adapt and learn, okay, a new way of doing things, all right, and it's only going to take you 4 months to set up your own framework. 4 months. Once you do that, you're on autopilot. Once you generate 100 students at $97 a month on a high-value niche program, it's a wrap. No, really, it is, okay, because when you attract, you know, high-value students that are actually going to pay you for a high education based on your skills, all right, they'll pay for that. And believe you me, there's no competition because you got teachers right now trying to charge $100 an hour, and they got no students. They you know, that's the purists. They're the ones that are like, I'm sorry, I paid $100 grand for my master's. I'm going to charge $100 an hour. Good luck, okay? Because you're not making any money, and you still got student loans. So don't wait, all right? Don't put it off until tomorrow, okay? Every Friday at 2 p.m., we train you how to start, grow, and earn using Facebook organically. It's a free webinar. It's a free workshop. Look, at the end of the day, if you got to pay for something like a book or whatever, pay for it. Because you probably spend more than $100 a month on snacks. I say that a lot because it's true. So save that money, okay? And if it comes up that you got to pay $100 or something along the way, pay for it, okay? Your snacks can wait. Cut off your Netflix account. You don't need it right now. So what is the third type of educator? You got the woulda, coulda, shoulda educator, right? This is the if teacher. If is the favorite word for this category of teacher. They would have shown everybody how, you know, educational, technology-driven teachers, okay, you know, should be introduced if they had up-to-date computers, if they attended the seminar last year, if they had better funding and millions of other ifs. Whenever anyone suggests, okay, or whenever anybody suggests a solution, they come up with another excuse. Look, I get it, man. You know, it's a scary arena to jump into, right? It's the internet, like everything's unknown. Everybody's talking about, you know, the scammers and the spammers. So what? Every new century, okay, and this is documented history right now. Well, when there's a new, you know, segue into a new century, you know, like let's say the 1890s going into the 1900s, there's gold in them hills, right? What did people do? They rushed to California. The scammers did first. The scammers and the spammers, they set up shop and they started selling junk and lies, right? And then came the real legit people, and it was a mess. You know, every century is the same thing. So this is no different, but you're already 20 years into it. If you're a what-if teacher, woulda, coulda, shoulda teacher, well, you should have, okay? If you missed the boat, look, we get it, all right? It's not for you. You don't have to. But when you start, again, making those excuses, and that's, you know, that's having that imposter syndrome. You know, you act like you're okay when you're really not. When you realize, again, that at the end of the day, it used to be a calling to be a teacher, but now in this century, in this millennia, it costs money to survive. It costs money to live. If you paid a lot of money for your educational degrees, you might as well earn a living, start, grow, and earn using Facebook. And we don't know how long this is going to last. Okay, this is the gold rush right now. You know what your number one currency is right now, teachers? Okay, is credible information. People pay for credible information. So this is how you distinguish your scammer and your legit person. You can verify me. I'm legit. Okay, and if you try to be a scammer or a spammer in my community, I kick you out. I have to kick you out because it's my community. So you're not going to come and scam on my community, which means that you can come here and legitimately learn how to start, grow, and earn using Facebook. So we do this every Friday. Number 4, the follower. You know who you are. Okay. This category of teacher is always ready to introduce or recommend a new effective tech for learning. Yeah, you read about it. Maybe you even bought it at an electronics store on somewhere online. Unfortunately, in your race for innovative methods, okay, you sometimes lack a systematic approach, and you forget that some old-fashioned teaching methods can be effective too. That's all right. You can't transition your mindset into the online digital arena, creating your educational niche. It's just a mindset. And, this is why I created these PDF files. I got your design resources for success. I got your affiliate marketing for teachers. This is a good one. All right. I got you ascending the value ladder for the teachers. All you got to do is ask me for these PDF files. I give them to you because I already paid for this, right? So, you need a break. You don't want to pay for it. You want good information. You want reliable information. I'm providing that to you. I'm even giving you the teacher niche guide. Okay, if you're not sure how to niche down your educational experience, I got a niche guide for you. How to choose your online niche based on your educational experience and your degrees. Now we got the last one, right? This is what I fall into this category, and I love this category because if it wasn't for number 5, there'd be no education online. We got the Pathfinder. These are the trailblazers. Okay, these are the pioneers, the leaders, the inventors. In other words, this category belongs to the teachers who are the first to adopt educational technology changes in their classrooms and share their experiences with the rest of the world. Building your funnel, okay, your teacher funnel, so that you can start, grow, and earn using Facebook. I want you to understand, teacher funnels, which I say this a lot, funnels is the new way of saying website, because like everything else that became obsolete and went by the wayside, DVD players, cameras, whatever, MP3 players, all this, in the last 20 years, my God, we've seen digital devices just go away, disappear. You remember the Walkman? Yeah, no longer. VHS, DVD players, I said that already, Betamaxes, whatever. Even the telephone, right? As recently as 10 years ago, we had dumb phones. Smartphones has been a 10-year thing, all right? And they're getting a lot smarter. So, we're the pathfinders, all right? Okay, in fact, we are the shapers of the education industry. I don't know if I'm shaping anything or whatever, but I am helping 688,000 teachers understand how to get it done. All right. So your enthusiasm, okay, will bring bold changes and introduce the most efficient student experiences. And an educational niche will do that on Facebook. It just will. All right. Pathfinders are exactly the teachers who find balance and harmony between innovation and tradition. Okay. And as a rule, they are the most effective educators. Yeah, we are. Okay, so we are the very people who teach our students creative thinking and emotional flexibility by their example. I talked about this in about 2, 3, maybe last week's videos or whatever, when I was talking about, teacher superpowers or the obstacles that teachers face online, and one of the things that I talked about was emotional intelligence. That's a character trait now that's highly sought after on the online arena. Your EI, your EQ, okay, you got an IQ, well, guess what? Your EQ upstat. If you're not familiar with that term, look it up. It's verifiable. Okay, your emotional quotient or your emotional intelligence. I took that course. It was amazing, as a matter of fact. That's needed. Okay, emotional flexibility, your creative thinking, critical thinking skills, all of that, and then some. So if you want to, I'm telling you, if you want to start, grow, and earn with a high value, highly ethical, okay, educational niche using Facebook organically every Friday. Okay, every Friday. It says it right there. Friday, December 4th at 2 p.m. Eastern, free webinar. Drop me, hashtag send it for the link. Every Friday until next year or until we decide to stop. Doesn't matter. You know, my personal goal as an online educator is 688,000 teachers. And I still teach ESL, native English, okay, to kids in China, Sunday to Fridays from 4 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the morning. So I have enough time for you teachers to hit me up, drive me crazy, and tell me, what do you fall in your category? If you're a purist, God bless you. I don't want to talk to you. Nothing personal. But you guys are, you know, you're terrible. All you want to do is fight and argue. You know, anybody else is a little open-minded. I'm willing to have this conversation, you know, and walk you through the process. I offer you a free, high-value lesson, okay, mini course in my group, okay, for free. I'm giving you all the PDF assets, digital assets, workbooks, okay, for free. Mine's a black and white, yours is in color. You know, I use mine for notes. But yours will be digital and in color. So drop me a hashtag. Tell me what you want, what you need. And I look forward to seeing you mañana. All right. So this is ODE, Online Digital Education. Check it out. Online Digital Education. Okay. Wait. I'm going to turn around because yesterday I did the picture the other way. Here we go. Here we go. Online Digital Education. All right, I just did my snapshot. Facebook community of teachers, helping teachers ascend the value ladder. We collaborate. We don't compete. If you compete, I kick you out. Okay, so that you guys can learn how to make 6 figures online with a mini course. All you need is 4 modules, 4 lesson plans, 4 videos per 30-minute Zoom call for $97 a month. If you can generate 100 students, I'm going to show you how to make 6 figures a year. It's just that simple. You know, but you got to do the hard work. And it's a transition period. This is not get rich quick. And you know what? I didn't give you my my disclaimer on that, right? What's my get rich quick disclaimer? Okay, if you think this is get rich quick, I'm gonna tell you, go play the lotto. I don't want you here. Okay, there's no fairy dust, you know, magic here. All right, this is all, you do the hard work. You can't do the hard work if you can't get the thick skin. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's my disclaimer. This is not a get rich quick manual, nor will you get the fairy dust secrets to win $1 billion and all that fancy fake stuff most people accept as the truth. It ain't going to happen, all right? But I tell you this, if you take my 4-month, 120-day blueprint, take this webinar, which is free, okay, and have patience with yourself to build it out right organically, which means you're broke. So you got to do the hard work. You got to engage people, earn your trust. I promise you, you're just one funnel away from 6 figures. That's all you are, one funnel away. You don't need 10 funnels. You need one funnel away. So, Online Digital Education Mastery. My name is Gabriel. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you tomorrow because I'm on live every day. Talk to you soon.